Call this cute and cuddly. You look at it, and the face does remind me of a panda bear, because this is the Fiat Panda. It's a little 1-litre 3-cylinder engine that Fiat are using in a couple of their cars, the twin-air engine, turbocharged as well. So it puts out, in this particular version, 66 kilowatts, a couple of extra kilowatts, and 145 newton meters of torque. It's quite a lot of engine for a little car like this, as you can see. But it's got a lot of features, and this particular one is the top of the range, the Cross. Now, what makes the Cross very special is you can see the extra body cladding, you can see the extra little bit of toughness they've added to it, the beautiful mag wheels it's got as an extra, little bit extra ground clearance, and yes, this is a 4x4, a full-on 4x4. I wouldn't say you take it on a 4x4 trail, which I have done in the past on the launch, but you can certainly bring it off the road like I've just done right now for this video. And it handles it all amazingly, doesn't it? And it really does a very nice job. It's got very neat lines, very cute, very cuddly. You come around to the boot over here, which, as it is over here, it's nice and deep. And according to the figures, I have 192 litres in this format. You can drop the rear seats in 2 parts, and you can go up to about 780 litres of carrying capacity if you want it, once you are in a 2-seater only. But the Panda 4x4 Cross is about being a little bit different, is about having that ability to handle off-road circumstances, having the safety and security of 4x4. Let's check it out inside. Behind the wheel of the Panda Cross, you can see it's very neat, got very nice instrumentation, that digital readout in the center over there, and it's showing I've done about 300 kilometers on this test now, not as much mileage as usual maybe, and averaging 7.4 liters per 100. Now, some people may say that's a touch heavy for this car, but remember that these little turbo engines, if you want to get performance out of them, you do tend to need to give them a little bit of go as well. And let me tell you, this thing certainly has a bit of gusto on it. A very neat feature on the Pandas, on the new versions, is over here a holder for your cell phone, with, of course, a USB for charging or anything like that. So if you want to use navigation, no, it doesn't have built-in navigation, but very cleverly, it does have that feature over there, so you can use your phone. It's very nicely mounted over there, and it gives you all your navigation and everything else that you may want. Down to, of course, your infotainment system, which is not a full-on touch screen, but you've got a menu button over here, and you can see there Fiat, and you press the menu button, and it seems to work very, very nicely, very neatly. You've got instrumentation buttons over here. You've got the city button over here in case you actually want to lighten the power steering, which is already so light I don't quite get it, but it's available to you over here. Down to, of course, the air conditioning over here, which is actually a climate control. Very neat, very easy. Electric windows over there for the front, and an eco button, which I'll be honest, I didn't even try and use. This car is actually lots of fun to drive as it is. On the 4x4 versions, you get a 6-speed manual gearbox. It's quite a chunky sort of gearbox, quite a chunky feel to it, and really it's actually very pleasant to use. Not as light as some, interestingly, not unpleasant in every way. To me, it actually gives a nice bit of feel when you're driving and when you're using the gearbox. And of course, yet again, I've got to repeat myself and tell you, in this vehicle, yes, you do need to use the gearbox. That's the point of it. Down to here, of course, one of the little features is your switchable, and it's simply a rotary switch for normal mode or off-road, bringing in the 4x4 mode, including the diff lock as well if you're in a downhill situation, etc. So you can use that over there, and you can see we brought it slightly off-road now. I have driven it, as I said, on a full-on off-road in the past on the launch, and it certainly amazed me tremendously on that. Another unusual feature of the Panda is this aircraft type, as they call it, handbrake. Simply that, but it's a bit different, looks a bit different, and works very, very effectively as well. So again, something to keep in mind over here. Overall, you can see, yes, it's a compact car, but it's designed to be compact. It's built as a compact car. It is the cheapest 4x4 car on the South African market, including with 4 doors. The only other car, and it's not the same as this, would be the Suzuki Jimny. But it's very difficult to compare the two. The Jimny is a vehicle in its own little class, same as this is in its own little class. And you're talking a retail price of $262,900 for the Panda Cross at the moment in South Africa. Cute, cuddly, fun, I mentioned it all, lots of features, very funky, pretty different, very capable. Overall, I can tell you I've had a lot of fun with this one. And something a bit different, yes, but something lots of fun as far as I'm concerned. You're looking for a small, compact hatchback? Yes, there are lots of them available, aren't there? Looking for one with 4x4 ability? You're left with this choice only. So it's really, really up to you. But if you are the kind of driver who's going to do a lot of dirt roads, a lot of slightly rougher driving, maybe this is one you need to take a look at. For Motormatters, I'm Eleanor, and I'll see you next time.